Hello, hello everyone. Good evening. You guys are welcome. Please share the live stream if you can. So my name is Constance Shinenye Madusi. I am one of the leaders of Hot Topic, and I am your host for today. So while I wait for my co-hostesses, today our discussion is on DNA test. Like you guys can see, this is always causing an issue in families. And our today's topic is from a story we just found out about a man finding out that five of his children are not his after 20 years of marriage. So you can imagine how heartbreaking that can be. So now we are bringing this topic to the table and wondering what you would do, or what do you think should be the man's reaction. So, like I said, my name is Constance Chinenye Madusim, and I am one of the leaders of Hot Topic. My channel name is Constant Space. I also have a Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram. They are all Constant Space. So feel free to check me out if you don't have me. Please subscribe, follow. I think I have network problem. So while I wait for my co-hostesses, let's dive. I think I should have to share. I have to share. Okay, I'm going to share the link now. Yeah. So you guys are welcome. Don't know if you can hear me. I think I'm having network problem. So while we'll wait for my co-hostesses, if you have any opinion, you can share with us. Good evening, Glory Chinwe Okun. You're welcome. So, like I said, we are the leaders of Hot Topic, and we come here every Thursday to share our unpopular opinion over any topic or arising issue or trending issues. So today, our topic for today is about it's about DNA tests. I don't know. Can you hear me? I'm having network issues. Hello, Tonya.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello, Oyoyo. Can you hear me? Oyoyo, can you hear me? Hello, Mel.
I can hear you. Can you mute the live if you're still on the phone?
No, 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 no.
Okay. I can hear you. Can you mute the live if you're still on the phone?
No, 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 no.
Okay. I can hear you. Can you mute the live if you're still on the phone? Okay.
Sorry, ladies. Sorry. I was on a call. I was trying to prepare and jump in. I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
So,
For
ladies.
guys, like I
yo,
said,
this your hair. When I come to the US, that's the first thing I'm collecting.
Jumping. I'm so sorry.
For yo.
Mel, allow me to finish now. Why are you taking the words out of my mouth? Eh? Now, make we call the dragon now, Abi.
Make I go allow you, make you finish so that you go say now you ask for the hair first. Forget it. Let me not first
You
talk.
know, you
Okay.
can't ask for the back.
No worry. When we go to the US, they go call 911 for our hair.
Carry you. Make you can't carry.
No worry. When we go to the US, they go call 911 for our hair.
So, guys, like I said, we are at the latest of hot topic, and today I'm your host for today. My name is Constance Chinema Madison, like I said earlier, and these are my beautiful co-hostesses. So I'll leave them to introduce themselves while we kick off on today's topic. So Oyoyo, over to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is our usual Thursday show. Every Thursday, we gather to deliberate on important topics, trending stories, issues affecting marriages, children, relationship, and what have you. And today is that day where our beautiful host, Constance Space, is hosting us today. Thank you guys for joining us. And as we deliberate on this topic, it's going to be very, very sizzling. So make sure you have your popcorn ready and get your drink or wine if it's already evening for you. So let's relax and discuss. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Oyoyo. Please, if you can, share the live out. Sister Tonia, are you there? Tonia, we can't hear you.
You should unmute, Tonya. Unmute. Check your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know about others.
Okay. Okay. Hello, beautiful lady. So sorry that I came late though. Um, it's still your girl, you. Oh yeah, you. Be calm there. You did. Yes, guys, welcome back to our live. This is Hot Ladies, okay? This is our hot topic, our peaceful opinion, what we think, and solution way forward. Okay, we do this every Thursday, and we are here to rub mind together with you guys. Those that are at the background, please, you're highly welcome. We love you guys. Just drop at the comment section what you think. Okay, way forward and solution. We appreciate it so much. And it's still your hot ladies here, okay, treating the hot topics. We appreciate you guys. And please feel free to follow up our channels individually the way it's shown on this media. So you just know us more better. Okay. In my channel, we talk about love, everything that touches the heart. Family game. That is just the way. Okay. Feel free to follow us. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
Thank you so much, Tonia, for the introduction. Over to you, Mel. Please host. If you haven't shared the live, please do so we can get more audience.
All right, I've done that. Yeah, thank you very much, host. Hello, everyone. Mel in the building, aka Trending Gist with Octavia, Cora, and more. Okay. I'm one of the ladies of Hot Topics, and today we have a juicy topic to dissect and analyze. And we are going to be giving our brutal and honest opinion on this matter because enough is enough. Okay, a lot is happening, and we're not even going to sugarcoat it. We are giving it gospel straight, live, and direct. So, thank you very much for joining us on another segment, and enjoy, share if you like it, and also subscribe to the ladies because everybody is giving content that is really helpful to the society. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mel, for the introduction. Hello, all about Lexi, Shoma, Ki Azo. Good evening. You guys are welcome. Thanks for joining us. So, like I said, today our topic for today is DNA test. Finding out that your five kids are not yours after 20 years of marriage. Like, what would you do if you are in that person's shoe? And again, I know most of us will say, I
Host,
don't pray to find myself.
host, before you
Yeah.
continue, your monetization is not on.
Oh,
Okay, I'll do that now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the super chat thing showing on your.
okay. Maybe she didn't turn it on yet.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And Chama, that's my friend, and she is you people's fellow Anambra sister. Okay,
Ooh.
yes.
Nice to have you here, Chama. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Yes, so that's Choma Orizu. For those of you that are Anambra, I guess you know that name. Yep.
The thing is, I don't think I can do it now. I can't find it on my studio. Mel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's the thing with what's it called? This StreamYard. Me too. I don't know how they do it with StreamYard. Because I stream with Trending Gist when I'm hosting, so I've not done it with Mel, so I don't know how to do it. Maybe Oyoyo will know, but she's on the phone. I guess when she's done, she'll be able to explain to you how to
Oh,
um how to turn it on StreamYard. I don't know how to do it with StreamYard.
so thank you so much, Shoma, for joining and all about legacy. So, like I said, today's topic is DNA test, finding out that your five kids are not yours after 20 years of marriage.
Sorry,
Like I was
host.
saying,
Sorry, host. 1 minute. I thought we would have introduced the Somyugum. Anybody doing that? Mel, please. Oh,
All right, yeah. Sorry, we forgot to do that. Yeah, so we are five ladies of hot topics, and one of the ladies is very busy today, so she's not able to meet up, and that is none other but Nikki the Global, aka Nikki Somi Ugom. Same name on all the platforms. She's a content creator, she's a mom, she's multi-talented. So you can check out her channel, check her out on Facebook, okay, and also here on YouTube. Thank you very much.
thank you so much, Mel, for the introduction. That's keep my mind. So, like I was saying, I was saying that some of us, or most of us, might say that they wouldn't want to find themselves in such a situation. But at the end of the day, okay, now a man find out that the five kids he had are not his. Like, what do you think could be his reaction, or what will be his reaction, or how devastated do you think it will be, and what will
Oyoyo,
he
you
do
don't
to end
smile.
that situation? So I think we'll leave Oyoyo to give us her own opinion and what she thinks about this present topic. Oyoyo, are you there?
All right, thank you so much, host. I really appreciate. So, when we brought this topic I think a month or few weeks ago, if I will put it that way. I can't remember
I think two
Last
weeks
precisely.
ago,
two
I think
weeks.
something
Last
related.
2 weeks,
Last
right?
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we discussed it last 2 weeks, asking what would you do? Would you go for DNA? And then lo and behold, it was on the news again that a man did DNA on 5 children, 5 guys, 5 children. None is his. So the thing now became, what would that man do? And somebody might say that we're fabricating story. The person that shared that news is a special advisor to someone, a very prominent person in Nigeria, in the legal system. So they can't just be talking what they don't know. And I was like, at first, I sat quietly. I really sat quietly. I could not just understand how to process it. And I said, okay, could it be that the man couldn't impregnate his wife, that she went outside and started getting it? Was the man acting surprised? Maybe he found out that he cannot fertilize an egg, and then the wife is popping babies, and or something like that. Or maybe he went to the hospital and the doctors told him that you're sterile, so you can't make babies, and he already has 5 children at home. You understand? So what could have triggered it? Or could it be that the woman was still seeing her ex while married? So a lot of could you questions were all popping up. And I said to myself, it would have been a mistake if it was just one child. You understand? Maybe a mistake from the past relationship and all. But 5 children, that means the woman is deliberately doing that. And come to think of it, the 5 children in question, do they belong to one man or they belong to 5 different men? That alone we cannot answer. What is Madam doing here? Madam, return to work, I beg. Return to work. I take God beg you. We don't want to hear stories that meet the eye.
This God is so wonderful.
Okay.
Disappear.
No, it's like she's been discharged.
She's behaving like those kids that will go to school and then a sudden public holiday.
Honest, they will sneak out and be thanking God.
My
No, you
brothers and
have
my
that
sisters.
of
Hey,
joy, yeah. Like
I went to
you being in
work.
school and they say no school today, go home.
I went to work. Oh, permanent stars are on strike. They say we should support them. Who am I not to support them?
And what are you doing here?
Who am I not to support them? I've supported them now.
Okay,
I'm
you're
home.
going home now.
No work now.
Oh,
Yes, I don't work now. We have to
Hope
support
you
them
get paid, sha.
oh.
as
You
good
not be
people.
happy.
Me,
You need to get paid.
me miss my life. No, I cannot miss this life. This is just the pay.
All
I'll do
right.
it here.
So, guys, we have our one of us back, Nikki Somi Ugom. She's here now. We're going to let her
So
introduce
what's
herself.
going on?
Then
How am I possibly the last person now? I don't understand. What's the magic here?
what's going on?
How can I be the person at the
Don't
last?
mind that.
Eh?
Don't
Now
mind
what is
that.
going on?
Like
How did
she
you
came and
jump up there?
threw her, she went to this side.
Okay, is it like the view? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you that you came last, you're supposed to be at the last. I don't know. You just
She
maneuvered me
just
here.
kicked you out.
Yeah. Shifted her one side, no time.
Good evening, everyone. And this is your girl Nikki. In fact, I'm so happy that actually I'm here today, seriously, because I've been kind of, in as much as I was going to make the money, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to make this. And thank God, God is wonderful. He's a testimony. So, this is your girl Nikki. I still remain Nikki Somi Ugom in all my social media platform. And you all are welcome once again to this our wonderful topic, our wonderful program with the ladies of Hot Topic. And today's topic, has missed this one. Che. But at the end of the day, I am here and we are here to dig it big time. Okay, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Please don't forget to follow us as well on our Facebook page, Ladies of Hot Topic. We always we start bringing out something for you there with time. All right. So thank you. Let's jump into the topic.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for the introduction. Oyoyo, you were saying something?
Yeah, so the question about that is actually something that you need to think deeply. And I said so many things. Could it be that the man couldn't make babies? That's why the woman was doing baby one, two, three, four, five. Or could it be that she intentionally, I believe, because it's up to five children not belonging to the man, it was definitely an intentional act. She knew what she was
Yeah.
doing and she wanted to make babies because she must have realized that the husband couldn't. And then to the man, bringing it to the public, was it that he was unaware, or was it that he recently found out from the doctors that he can't be able to make babies and he already has five? So what could have led to that to be a surprise? And then another thing I ask myself, if that were to be, let's say if that happened to my brother, what would I do as a sister-in-law? Or would I, if that happens to me, would I do such a thing or have God to do such a thing to my husband? So it's a lot of questions, because I can excuse one child, in the let's just be human and excuse one child. But when it now passes one, two, three, four, five, almost, the woman knew what she was doing. And let me just leave it here before I open up all the canker worms.
Thank you, Oyoyo, for the chipping, like you said. But you are absolutely correct, because at the end of the day, I keep thinking why and how it got to that stage, like having up to five children, not being the man's children. Like, I don't know. I'm saying if the man was not fertile, because at the end of the day, I feel couples, if they are married and the children are not coming, I feel they go to the hospital to find out what the problem is. Is it something they didn't do, or they never cared to, and the woman was just going on her own to get pregnant and then giving birth to the children in her own husband's house, with the husband being ignorant of what is going on? Like, so many questions on my head on how it actually happened. And at the end of the day, for over 20 years, she never opened up, and the man finding out now how devastating it can be. Was it his fault, or he was fertile and the woman was cheating on him with her ex? Like, what could have gone wrong is something I keep asking myself. And what would the man be feeling at the moment is also what I'm asking myself. But at the end of the day, let's see your opinions. Mel, are you there?
Whew,
Hello, sorry.
this is
Hello, spice it up with Onwa dear. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining
you're
us.
welcome, Spices. Thank
Feel
you.
free to
Thank you
join
for
us
joining.
if you can. Please share the stream out.
Yeah. Okay, so this is really this is messy. I'm just going to start because there are lots of questions. I feel there are lots of unanswered questions here. Because first of all, how do you even explain that it's five? Like Oyoyo said, if it's one, we can understand. If it's two, we can say, okay, let's still
Exactly.
consider. Although not everybody would say that two is still a mistake, but at least one can be kind of sympathetic, feeling like, okay, so many things are involved, and the lady made the same mistake twice. But now another question we have to answer is it that this man knew that he couldn't have kids, but he didn't want to tell the lady, and the lady was just suspecting, and therefore she decided to play smart, knowing fully well that a woman's biological clock is ticking? Okay. And
But
if he is
sorry,
okay,
Mel,
yeah.
if he knows, they wouldn't say that he found out after 20 years of marriage, meaning he didn't know. He
No,
was
I mean
ignorant, I guess.
if he knew that he had medical issues, but never told the woman.
Exactly what I'm
So
saying.
I'm
Maybe
thinking
he never
maybe
knew
if
he
he
had one.
He
You
might he
understand?
might he might know. Honestly, there are so many
yes, and still
scenarios
act
here.
shocked.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are so many scenarios here, so that people will not look at him as a wicked man. You knew you couldn't
Exactly.
father a child, and you kept this woman in your home. There are so many
Okay.
scenarios.
You remember,
Yeah.
for example, let me give you the recently, or was it a few years ago, the man that killed his wife and children. and put the children's body in a tank. You remember how that man was standing in front of the media in the US and pleading, begging for anybody to tell him, come up with information if you have information of where his wife and his children went to. But meanwhile, he was the one that killed his wife and strangled his children.
Yeah.
But he was begging the media to come forth. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Until the camera, CCTV, they had camera, in the US, they have this doorbell camera, a lot of them put. The doorbell camera showed the woman when the woman came back home, entered the house, but didn't show her leaving. But it showed his car leaving. And her body was found in his workplace.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, and he later confessed. But all the videos, still today, as I'm telling you, you can see the videos, you can still watch them, where he was pleading tearfully how he missed them. And the lady was pregnant. So people can cover up just to save face. It's possible that he knew. This is kind of embarrassing. Remember that a whole lot of men feel like you're not a man when you cannot, reproduce, you cannot have kids. So a lot of people that have that issue will want to cover it. So I'm thinking, is he one of those people that knows that they have those issues, but they don't want to let the woman know? Just like the story you told us the last time when we discussed about something similar, about the other man that knew he had issues, but wanted the woman's biological clock to tick up until when she was 40, 50. That's when he wanted to go for a checkup. That's when he was acting like he wanted to help, like he's concerned about their problem. But meanwhile, all these years, when the lady was asking, he was saying, God will give us when God will give us, when he knew that that was something that either you fix it medically or you adopt or something. But he didn't want to give the lady that opportunity. So I'm thinking, is this man part of those kind of persons? Did the woman go for a single checkup because the husband refused to go with her and she found out that she was 100% okay? That would just make her feel like, if I'm 100% okay and the children are not forthcoming, then I think it is his fault. And she might say, okay, let me try with one person outside and see if anything will catch, just to confirm my doubt that I'm biologically okay, my system and everything is okay. And she tried it and she got the first one. That would, make her, strengthen her belief that truly something is wrong with her husband. So then she kept going to either that person or to other people, or whichever way she did it. And then she got all 5 kids. And now for some reasons, the whole thing is out and he's trying to save face by acting surprised. I think that's what that could be, because we really don't know.
Not five kids.
Yeah.
5 kids is just too much.
It can't be a mistake. It's a deliberate act.
You wanted children, Constance. She wanted kids. And the man, he can produce, and she doesn't want a divorce. She doesn't want to leave. If I tried with one bubble,
Yes, and some women are like that.
That man knew he couldn't have kids. Some men can really pretend.
Yeah, welcome, Spice. Constance, remember the story I told you of somebody I know very well? A young girl that got married at 16 or thereabout, 10 years after, no child. The mother wanted her out of the marriage. She said no. Then they now told her what to do. That she should go outside. She has 6. And they're happily ever after.
Somebody said in my comment section here that I will take them because I already raised them as my children, though not biological. Now then I will get married and have my own biological children. I don't understand. Like, she will adopt them because I already raised them as my children, though not biological now. Then I will get married and have my own biological children. What?
Yeah, because he will not, because he will. If the fault is not from the man, he can get married to have his own children, because he might not be able to have it with that woman again. Like, he won't have the feeling to have anything to do with the woman again. Because
Nikki, the one thing we have to also understand is the fact that this lady, she has 5 children, so you cannot say she's not fertile, right? So it has to be him.
She's fertile, but what if, okay, let's just assume that this man does not have any issue, does not have any problem like impregnating a woman or something like that, but she just choose to, like, there are women that they will be in marriage but still they are flirting outside, and you never can tell. Maybe the time you have a one night stand with a man or something like that, just enter, you serve as a woman, will not even know whether now your husband get the key. No, na the man wey you and am do the thing get the
I think
pikin. Do you
that's only
understand?
when the woman is just a confirmed flex, like she flexed
You're very
almost
correct.
every
I was just watching that today. Nikki,
that
you're
is
right.
going to be, but now that is going to be possible if it's just
spice it up
one
with
or two
Omadia
kids.
said, you know,
This
in our
one, she
culture,
deliberately
a man
went out
can
for five
arrange.
good children. So this is not a mix up anywhere. It's not just that she flexed and she
Spice it up
got
said,
into this.
you know, in our culture, a man can arrange that if he knows he's impotent.
Yes,
Are you
that's
saying
what
he can arrange
happened.
it with
Yeah,
his
if
Yes,
you
wife's
was that arrange
Constant,
it,
that
there's
story
no
I
way.
consent,
shared,
or he can't?
that story I shared, we believe that the man helped in getting the man that got the wife pregnant. That's
Is the
what we
wife
believe.
aware that the man arranged the man?
No, they will both agree as a family. You and your husband doing this
Yeah, now if
business.
they agree, there's no way he can bring it on at the social
No,
at
they,
media
yeah.
put
Olivia,
see.
I don't know. We agreed
And
to
again,
not.
But
coming back to what Nikki said, Nikki, see what the twist I'm
Nice
looking at.
see,
If that man
see that.
had been married
Trauma.
with that for that to that woman for 20 years, they have 5 children. That means out of the 5, none is his. That means the man is not potent. The man
yeah,
can't make babies.
there must
There
be a
must be a
problem.
medical problem. So even if he decided to accept those children and want to remarry, there is no there is no possibility that he will father another child. Yeah,
But where the problem comes in now is I don't know if this man knows that he's not feeling well and pretended,
he
and then
will know.
the woman as well knows that the husband is not capable of doing such thing, and she too pretended. Because in this case, the woman can actually talk to the man and then hear what he has to
Nikki,
say.
now you they talk like this. You don't know how a woman can talk to the man. Some people will not even raise their voices to their husbands to make such a suggestion. You know, if maybe the person sharing the news is I think special advisor to attorney general or something, right? So let's assume this man himself is a big shot, okay? And the big shot that marry oh yes madam, oh yes sir, oh yes sir kind of wife, that she has no place in that marriage, that her contribution is not welcome. It's not, in fact, she wasn't even given any opportunity to even say something. Maybe she solely belonged to the other room. There's no way she will say, honey, can we think about other things? Can we do it this way?
Then
No.
she actually have mind now. She actually have mind to even do what she did, because there is
I
no way
Exactly.
this
yeah.
kind of secret can be hidden forever. I mean, it's not possible. Like for how long? Even when the kids become adults, definitely they will still there must be something that will make them to find out that this kid does not belong to this man. So
Someone is saying over here, such news can make someone run mad.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, because see, when Constance scheduled this, I've been thinking. I try to put myself in all scenario. What if that happens to be my brother that found out? Well, how will I react as a human being? Okay, what if I'm the wife that did that to my husband? What kind of mind, would you have to carry such an act? Not once, so not away
Fine.
match, not away, not to together match, not any match to team match,
No match at all.
5 matches. So I was thinking about, it's a very hard one to crack, honestly. In any way we
You
will
know,
look at it, it's a very hard one to
you,
crack.
you
And
know, an act that was deliberately acted and continuously. It's not just
yes,
a child. What they did for a
This
child to
this
be a grown
definitely
child,
cannot be called a mistake. This is a
no, it's
deliberate
not
because
a
act.
the man
mistake.
will
It
be
was an
the man will
intentional
be full
thing.
of thoughts. The
It
man
was
will
an
be full of
intentional.
thoughts.
Oh my
Whether
dear,
this
welcome,
person
Spice.
is
Oh my
a
dear,
second
getting it
husband to the
right to
wife, what
Olivia.
has been going
Welcome.
Getting
on,
it
because
right
it's
is Olivia.
continuous.
Welcome. You are welcome. Thanks for joining us.
the thing sometimes you know what I scare about what get me scared about all those things is the person giving this palm to this lady. What if he like
Okay,
what
sis,
if he
I don't
just
understand.
raise himself to Mars and stand up tomorrow and tell and say that he wants to claim his children back? I mean, even if the man decides to adopt those kids as his,
Nikki, do you think this is from one man? I don't think it's from one man.
it is likely to be from one man, maybe somebody
It
that
might
he's
be from one
dating,
man.
maybe somebody that she's dating, yeah. It can be maybe it's from one man, maybe somebody that she's dating and probably they love each other, and then the person will be like, okay, let me help you out. No, the only time I will know that maybe the man will keep quiet is if the man is married or he has a serious relationship that he wants, maybe that will lead to marriage or something like that. I was okay, maybe this one now will become a forever secret. But if not, or maybe a situation whereby the man finally get married and then doesn't have a child with the wife, he will want to come back for his kids. So
Ayo.
all these things is kind of like, it's so complicated because there is something I think Oyo said that thing before, that if somebody wants to do this kind of thing, they have to do it with a man that is married, so that nothing like I want to take my kids. But if it's all these young ghettos, maybe tomorrow the person will just stand up and say, okay, oh, it's time to claim what belongs to me, and then you see a man that has been there for how long automatically become fatherless.
Yeah, but Nikki, it doesn't really go that way that easily, because here they will go to court and the court will now decide for the court to have final say in this case. They are going to ask the children, do you want to continue to live with your supposedly father? Because the man will come to, I want to find or officially adopt them. I've raised them for 20 years. They've been my kids. All I know is them. All they know is me. So the children will decide, on what they want. If they want to continue with the adopted father, of course, the court will grant that, because you can't force a child because you donated a sperm to somebody to now, after 20 years, that you never cared about them, you never did anything, you want to come and take ownership.
I get this one is the country where the law works.
No, even in Nigeria, you can get that. You can get that, definitely. You can get that. It might be it might take years, but you can get that. Because the law there in Nigeria is still the best interest of the child. So what is the best, unless if any of the children
But
say,
how did they even find out this?
the
Because
man
if
came
it's the man
crying to
that
his
found out,
friends now.
he would have kept quiet. That's my own candid opinion. Since he
Ah,
matched with his tooth left leg and
Tonya,
found out,
you say
they
he would
wouldn't
have
have
kept
involved the
quiet.
children.
Tonya said he would have kept quiet. Let's assume the man is potent like Nikki is suggesting. The man can't keep quiet.
How will he keep quiet?
He can.
No, if it's important,
If it's
it's better
important,
he
then he
doesn't
can
just
keep
let go.
quiet.
First of all, this was a shock, all right? So sometimes, some people, when something like this happen, maybe they can't talk to friends, or they talk to friends and the friends will be telling them
Olivia says such thing can make somebody faint immediately.
what kind of so yeah, go out there, go and disgrace her. That
Welcome,
time,
Nemuzo. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate
that
you.
time a lot of
Hello,
pressure.
ma.
So maybe the friends will be pushing him, oh yeah, just go out there and disgrace her, do this one, do that one, blah, blah, blah. At that point in time, the man won't be thinking straight. Whatever that comes to his mind is what he's going to do. Maybe later, after posting this thing on social media, he will start regretting it. Why do you have to? Why? Because at the end
But,
of
but
the
why,
day,
why, why is it that any little thing everybody will run to the social media? It's not. It's
No,
not
no,
just
no.
fair.
Tonya, the man did not come out to social media to say this. It was his friend that said this. Somebody who has lived with children for over 20 years, give and take, the
because
man
because
married.
because anything that social media in-laws come into is going to scatter. They are going to just finish
Yeah, so
everything.
what I'm
So
saying
no
is
need of
the
coming
man
to
has
people
lived with
saying,
the children
Tonya,
for
you
making
cannot say it like that because
yeah.
it has already scattered 20 years, five
The
kids.
man
Do you
has
think he's going to
he lived
forgive
with
that
those
woman?
children for 20 years. So the man should
Never.
be in his 50s.
so
He's
what
not
if the
the
man is
Exactly.
impotent?
those
What if
in
the
their
man is
50, they
impotent?
don't
You
go
have
to
just
social
scattered
media.
Even
yourself.
if
You are
the
planning
man,
the
Tonya,
Sonia,
even if the man decide to stay with the kids, he will never forgive that woman. Five
Yeah.
see,
children.
there
yes.
is
No,
one
he
thing.
will not. He will
Sonia,
not
Sonia,
forgive
let me
that woman.
let
But what if
me tell you
the
something
man
about
is
social
actually
media.
impotent? And in that situation, he has already come out on the social media. How will he be thinking again to keep those children?
No, no,
No,
no. If the man is
Sonia, let me
important,
tell you something about social media. Yeah, social media can build you. Social media can destroy you. Depends on the one you choose. You see this kind of story now when it comes out, right? A lot of people has been into this kind of case before, has been into this kind of situation before. So it's not like he's the first person going through this kind of trauma before. All right. So what uh, social media sometimes contribute is this. Depends on the one you take. Some will come there and tell you, chase her away. The kids are not yours. Throw them away. Blah 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 blah, and all that. Some will come there and tell you, "I have experienced this before. This has been my case before, and this is how I handled it."
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
So this is
Exactly.
where social media plays two roles. Depends on the one you want to choose. Some will tell you keep the kids, take care of them, just love them as their dad. The kids are not at fault. Not their fault that they brought them into this world by another man and things like that. They've seen you like a father. Those are some advice you will see there. And some will tell you kick them away. They are nothing. They can be wasting your money doing all this. After all this years, this woman is wicked. Blah blah blah. It depends on the one you want to choose. So people bringing some of their stories to social media. They're not bringing it, so some of them, yes, I know they will bring it for to start getting any some sort of pity or things like that. But at the end of the day, from those comment sections, you will see good advice, you will see bad. So you as the individual now is left for you to know, should I go for the bad ones
In
or
this
should I
type
go
of
for
situation, I don't think you're going to get anything better than this. Just leave that woman.
yes, yes, Sonia, you will get, because there are a lot of people that have been into this kind of situation before, and there was a way they sorted it out, either in a good way or in a bad way. But at the end of the day, it was sorted out. So the only thing they can do is to give their own advice. This was how I settled mine. This was how I set mine out. So there is no way it can never be all true negative. You definitely will see the positive part of it. So that is it with social media. So when you see people coming on social media and all that, they're not coming there for them. If you want them make it destroy you. Just like let's use Yule Doshe's case as an example. You see people telling Yule Doshe what's the crime in getting married to two wives and all that. This person should just manage. This one should just do. You should just play. And you see people other ones bashing him, telling him he's this one, he's that one, blah blah blah, and all that. You see other people telling the Judy, there is no big deal there. You're not the first person that did this kind of. You will see others telling her she's a ashawo, she's this one, she's that one, she's that. You
People with
understand? So
their
those
own
are the
different
things.
opinion and judgment.
Those are the things you see. So when you now see all those things, it's not left for you to sit down, think, just think, because you are the only person that will make that decision for yourself. Nobody will make it for you. Anybody coming to tell you anything, they're only telling you based on what they saw, what you wrote. But you, where they live inside that house with that woman for 20 years, you
You
already
would
know
have
the kind
known
of
her.
woman. Is this woman the type that gives you stress? Is she the type that gives you the peace you deserve? Is she the type that, when things are going wrong, she's always there to encourage you, to calm you down, to do all those sort of things? And then at the end of the day, this is where everything went wrong. And then you check yourself again. Am I at fault?
If some people can
Seriously,
think like this, Mickey, if some people
that's
can
what
think like this
that's what I'm
universe is a
saying
bed
now.
of roses.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what,
there's something I want to say. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Spicy said the marriage will never remain the same. Okay,
Yeah,
remember we
he
are
said
working on
that.
so many assumptions here. Let's assume the man is important, like Tonya was saying. If he's important, why did they come on social media? So if the man is important, things will still remain the same because he would rather have his children than not have at all. Because if he goes to another woman, he will still not have children.
Yeah.
So I think what they would do is to have to walk around it. Or maybe this was a conversation the man was sharing with his friend. Can you imagine all my children? None of them is mine. That this sickness has really rendered me, useless. I
Useless.
couldn't father a
Yes.
child. You
Yes.
understand? So in that situation, the things will still remain the same. Things will only not remain the same if the man is Odogu, and Odogu is performing. You understand? And you're
Yeah.
giving him all this. But if the Odogu has been performing for 20 years, how come he did not score one goal?
And the thing is that if the man might think he's Odogu and his Odogu is working, if he has not gone to the hospital to really check if Odogu is really working,
You may not know.
because he might just be there thinking that yes, everything is fine with him. Look at him, if he can last for 1 hour, last for 2 hours, he eats healthy and not things like that. That is what he might be thinking. If he not
At
go
the
to the
end of the day,
hospital
he has nothing to give.
to be very, very sure that yes, I can actually get a woman pregnant. So if he's not sure of that and then blaming the woman wrongly, or because some women now they feel just do the thing 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, still no enter. Oh, the woman go find solution. You
Like
understand?
I told you
Especially
guys last week of a woman I know after, is it about 3, 4, 5 years of marriage, the issue wasn't coming as in. And the thing here, the worst part of it is if you guys are noticing that you can't get pregnant and the wife is saying let's go to the hospital, let's know what is going on, and you the man is going backward, like you don't want to come forward and seek for
Yeah.
solution, understand, and at the end of the day the woman walks out of the marriage, got married and has 3 kids now, then I don't know, even if we outsiders don't know what is going on, we can now see the reality that she was actually fertile. The fault is now from the man. You understand? So let's assume maybe the woman was telling him, let's go to the hospital, and he refused, and then she had to seek for solution by getting pregnant. And the man played ignorant, like he didn't know what was going on. Such thing could be possible, you know.
Go, okay, let's even take it to the in-laws, okay? The mother of this man, the sisters, the
Pressure
brother.
from there. Hmm.
So let's look at it. You know, the mother will call the son, the young one, because this one that 5 of them, none belong to you. Is it an Emara Abako Nago an Emara Akboko Nago Badi Ronko? Tonya, you here to understand what I'm saying?
Yes, nan.
So that's the first thing the mother will So the mother will ask the son. And if the son is honest to himself and also to the mother, he might open up. See, mama, the thing now. Do you understand that kind of conversation?
But what did that mean? Even their mother, they can't even accept to open up.
When it now comes to this kind of situation that is already in the public,
Nah, he have to now. He have to.
the mother will say, okay, go to hospital and find out. Can your child let's know what's going on.
The situation was like that earlier on, and this man finds out that he is like that and kept quiet, he would have opened up to the mother, if not anybody. The mother is supposed to know.
Or probably get a solution. Do you know,
Yeah.
to me, I feel the man didn't know what was going on, because if you know you're not fertile, and have you gone to the hospital? Have you checked yourself? Do you know what the problem
They would
is?
have gone like
For
just
you
two
to keep
or
quiet
three.
till you are
It was
7
the
years.
man's decision.
But Constance, you know, some of them medically cannot be treated. There are some
Really?
that are really bad that can be treated.
Wow.
So let's assume they've done all the things they knew how to do medically and otherwise, they can't have children. If that man should open up to the mother and tell the mother the truth, Mama, I know, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the truth is that I can't produce a child. The mother, case close. After all, why if a woman gets children, if a woman gets children, why marry? The children belongs to the man. That's the tradition.
Yeah.
The children belongs to the man, so they are not gonna drive those children away.
There is a story I read yesterday on is it a judicial or something like that on Facebook. So one guy was talking about him being in yeah, he has a girl that he's dating, okay? He loved the girl very much. So the parents now wanted him to marry a lady in Canada. Probably with all these families, we know their papa, we know their mama, things like that. So and then the guy, because the guy doesn't love the lady, but then he has to obey the parents now to marry the lady in Canada. So he married the lady in Canada and then went to Canada to live with this lady, okay? So remember he was dating the lady before, and all the while they were dating, we didn't hear any story about being pregnant or things like that. So now he went to Canada to get married to the girl and they're living together. Probably he travels to Nigeria, come back, travels and come back. So he's not telling us that he's not telling we social media in-laws that the lady in Canada find it difficult to conceive. Why the lady in Nigeria, which is the love of his life, is now pregnant. I mean, no, already have 2 sons, that he wants to go back to the girl. All right. So people were not like telling this guy, Oga, as body they hurry you like this, but as body they switch you like this, you want to go back to this girl. Do you know if those 2 boys, if those 2 sons are yours? Or you just want to start? Because number one is that you and this girl have been dating before you got married to another lady. You don't even know if you are okay or you're not okay. Now you got married. This is the lady you're living in the house and you've not impregnated her before. Now the one in Nigeria. So now as they travel 1 month, I'll be 2 months, I'll be 2 weeks, they go, they come. Now so the thing just they enter anyhow. Just they fly, they enter. So you can imagine the kind of case now. Maybe tomorrow he decides to divorce the lady in Canada to marry this one, and then maybe after some years you find out that the 2 sons does not belong to you. You see that? So
Yeah, Nikki. I think Nikki is off.
I'm here again. A call came in. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Let's
So
stop with Omadia said it's out on social media. They already have eyes on them. The woman will be stigmatized. To me, I don't think she will be stigmatized because this is something she did 5 times. You understand? So I think she should be bearing the consequences. Like, I don't know. Because like, to me, if you ask me, I feel before such things should happen, like we should have a discussion, like have an agreement. Like you going blindly and doing it all by yourself and keeping it a secret, of which you know some these days secrets can never last forever. Like one day something will happen and it will all pop out in the air. So and when that day comes, what are you going to do? So to me, I feel before, and there are some things we shouldn't take for granted, and there are things we shouldn't allow to be a secret. You understand? So me feeling like she'll be stigmatized is something I'm not even feeling for her. But at the end of the day, this is her action. So I feel she should suffer the consequences if she acted on her own without having a discussion with her husband or a family member. Like the story is very, very complicating and heartbreaking if you ask me.
Yeah. So, what is the solution now? That is just it. What is the solution?
But something else I wanted to point out. Sorry, ladies, I had to quickly fix up something for the little one to eat. Sorry for my absence. Something I quickly want to add was something I saw on Paternity Court. I don't know if you people watch it. It's an American program by she's a lawyer, Lauren Lake, and the show is Paternity Court. They have it on YouTube here, and they recently uploaded some new videos. And it was this lady. She was married to this guy that, according to what he was explaining in court, he works hard to try to, take care of his family. So I think he works a lot of hours. And they have their first child, that's a boy. And along the line, the woman started complaining that she was not feeling too okay with their sex life, that it was getting boring, that she wants them to change it, spice it up, do something, get a handcuff. These were her words, okay? The video is still on YouTube. Get like a handcuff. She wants a man that is going to, what was her word? A man that is going to, like, take over her, like take control of her in the other room. But according to her, the husband was not listening. So she stepped out and
Okay,
found another man that was also married.
you mean she has her own fantasy was different from her own husband's fantasy when it comes to the other room?
Well, according to her, she said it got boring. So maybe in the beginning it was good. Maybe when the relationship was new, maybe the man was really doing a lot of stuff. But I guess she wanted more. Like when she mentioning handcuff, you know where that is. That's like,
Are you
50 Shades
sure
of
it's
Grey.
not something she experienced outside her marriage, then bringing it into the marriage and wanting the man to behave in
But
that way?
have they tried to ask the woman what went wrong? What was the problem?
Yes, she was trying to explain why she cheated, because now they have a baby. They have a baby daughter, and now the man is not sure if the daughter is his. So she went to
Oh.
paternity court so they can do DNA test and get to find out if the daughter is his daughter. So she was kind of blaming him that it was his fault that she cheated, because when she started feeling that their sex life was getting boring, that she complained to him several times. This is her telling the judge, okay? That she complained to the husband several times that they should spice it up, they should do something, he should handcuff her and do
Where
something,
is spice it up
Put
with
this one
somebody
against
here?
you.
Come
She's
and
All
carry
right,
your
that is why.
sister.
Are you here?
very crazy for this type of. I thought she would
But
have
the
said that the man
husband,
is impotent. That would be
but the husband, no, they already have a son together. But they already have a son together. And then this woman stepped out, met another man. That man had a wife already. She didn't mind. But according to her, the man will strip her, in the driveway, take off all her clothes, tell her, I like you without clothes. The man will do her in the car, do her anywhere. That's what she wanted. And she kept going back to that man.
Mel, slow down. Is it the new boyfriend was doing her in the driveway and everything?
Yes, yes. Which is what she said she wanted from her husband, to be
She could have
spontaneous,
gone to
not always
she shouldn't have married
official.
now. She'd have just gone and belonged to the strip club.
Huh?
But no, it's not the way you're seeing it. But that's not how it is. Some women really like it like that. They like it rough. They like it, like that. 50 Shades of Grey. So he didn't want, but his excuse was that he was working long hours to make sure that she and his son was okay. So he couldn't really do all those kind of things. He just engaged in the other room, and then that's it. But she doesn't want that lay down and engage. She's talking about buy handcuff. He didn't want to buy the handcuff to handcuff her when they are doing the do. So she found someone that is going to pull her clothes in the driveway to do.
Some people or some men see that buying handcuff as being weird, as in going extra. You understand?
But if she says she likes it, why not do it to her?
What happened before they got married? Why didn't she declare what she wanted in bed before getting married to the man?
Well, that I don't know. But then she explained all this stuff to and she said the other guy was so good that she couldn't stop after she got it the first time. She couldn't stop because he was so good. He gave her everything in bed, but character-wise and being like a good husband and everything else, all like what she wants in a man, her husband was that.
They're gonna read Spice It Up. Spice It Up said, you should go and let me help her produce porn since Nasha was the hungry.
Like, she has to tell me seriously. Because I know you guys had courtship before you got married, and as in at long run, you just went crazy. You wanted handcuffs,
Spice It Up said,
from a man who you know doesn't.
But this happens in a lot of marriages. People get bored.
Mel, I'm coming.
A lot of people,
Mel, you're so right.
It's
People
understandable when you get bored.
People
but
get
going
bored.
overboard.
The thing about it, if you're bored in a marriage, that's why there are things to help you spice
You spice it up. That is why Spice It Up is there.
But that's the point she was making now. She said she told him several times.
What the lady is asking is way too much. What the lady is asking is way too much. How can you tell your husband to go and buy handcuff? Is he a policeman?
But are there no people that are doing it? There are people that have
that are doing it. But they didn't start like that when they started. How can you, okay,
it's like that. Exactly. There was a courtship there.
I'll wake up and tell my husband, too much don't you think the man will take call psychiatric for me?
That's much that way, and the man
it now goes back to Mel. It now goes back to what we discussed on the last video the other time. We said anytime you want to get married, just be open with the person, know what you want. So use hand to weigh it and see if it's okay for them. Which we
the woman, that woman must have learned that thing from somewhere, from any movie she watched, and feel like she wants to test on her husband. She mustn't know everything at the same time. She learned that thing from a movie or from porno where she don't watch now. She can't say, okay, make her try with my husband. She doesn't know about it. There is no way she can know everything that she wants.
She knows. You also have to consider that some people, when they are dating, they don't want to say too much. Okay, go ahead.
She said, we can't have it all. Nobody is complete. That is why you find a way to spice it up together, not with an outsider. Too much porn has messed with her brain.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe waiting for porn.
Is it only
no? That's what I just said now.
I watch you.
I don't think it's fun that made her. I think it's something that she's been fantasizing. Like Costa said in the beginning, it's her fantasy. But because when she was, I feel like when you're dating someone, you don't want to give the person all your 50 Shades of Grey. The person could run away. We're like, what the heck? Who's this weird lady? You kind of hide some parts, and then when you're now married, you start bringing them out slowly, which could backfire.
Mel, I want to say something. I want to counter you. Remember, these people are Americans. They are not Nigerians, so there is nothing to hide. From the get-go, you show yourself. It's not like our people, they just do some reservation. The girl got bored, like you said. Maybe they've been married and then... But the thing is, she fails to understand that as you get older in your marriage, other things, other priorities start taking over, one after the other. Taking over that sex drive, taking over that performance, taking over you acting up. The girl has refused to put herself in that position of finding adjustment or balance between her and her husband. She still wants to experience what it used to be when she was spinning the pole at the club. So that's her problem.
Move it, bye. You need time for bumbo. Bye.
That was what she wanted. But I feel like the husband too messed up somehow, because when she said she complained severally, what's it's not a big deal. Just go to a sex shop and buy a few handcuffs, buy a few
Mel,
dildos.
Hey,
Different things.
Mel,
Listen,
is a big deal.
Mel, it's okay to ask for something.
Don't they give you off? Are you
okay
saying the work you're doing, you don't have off?
Wait, Mel, let me
But
tell you why it's a
when
big
the
deal.
request is overboard, I will not blame the man. Oh,
No, but his only claim was
Can you
that
hear
he was
me?
working hard and working long hours. I'm saying, is he the only man that works long hours? Are there no other men that work long hours, but they could still give 50 Shades of Grey in the other room?
Mel, see, that lady wanted to do it. Okay, let's just call it what it is. And you know,
You think she wanted to
I go
cheat?
talk this one. I go talk this one for pigeon. These women where they here, they are not like our women, so we should understand
That one
them
are true
very
now.
well. And I'm happy saying the American court they take that thing go discuss. So the judge is also part of the system, so they understand it very well. The thing is that if the woman is idle at home, she's not working. You understand? She has all the energy. So when the man comes back,
when you're walking in, when your body tells you, your
what
body is
the
doing,
woman should do, she
you
should
cannot
get
do
a
it.
job. If she gets a job, both of them will come back tired. Even if it's one red,
after going outside, if you see this man come back and lie down quietly, you will lie down your own quietly.
Yes, because you're already exhausted.
You will just do him like this on the head.
Honey, how was your day?
I think
for somebody that the body is doing,
if you had the open discussion from onset, it could have been understandable. But Ashawo they hungry her, which is true. Then Nemo said I was partially distracted by news of Queen Elizabeth gone, but I'm all ears.
Yeah.
That's what my husband just told me now too, as I was making
God,
my.
are you kidding me?
After the call now.
Oh, so yeah.
Our mama don't die.
No, be smarting. Yeah, she live long.
She tried.
She tried.
She tried.
Our mama will be saying her birthday we go pay 2 days holiday. This one I don't know that 1 month we go stay for house.
Nikki, please accept my condolences, eh?
Honestly,
Let her go first because she never enjoy what she enjoys.
trending gist.
Yeah.
You get it, trending gist.
I understand what you're saying.
It's the trending gist now all over the internet. So
after we finish, I'm gonna jump on.
oh my goodness.
Jump on trending gist. But okay, so like I was saying, the woman kept that man because the man was giving her that boat, 50 Shades of Grey, and then she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, now she didn't know because she didn't stop. She didn't stop doing it with her husband, even though she was doing it with the man that was giving her 50 Shades of Grey. Now she didn't know who the father of the child was. That's why the man took her to court, and lo and behold, the DNA test came out. The child was for the boyfriend, not the husband. And now the husband is saying we're not going home together. So many things could actually contribute to a woman doing something like this. Maybe some people stop even touching their wives after a while because of what?
Did you see the story where they said woman says paternity test shows her twins? Can you hear me? Woman says paternity test shows her twins are from 2 dads after sex with both on same day.
Yes, I saw that too. And I said that before here. Where Maury show, Mel, you should be watching Maury show too. Maury show, one woman that went to a club one night stand. She didn't know what happened. She gave birth to twins after one night stand. She brought 5 men to Maury show. None of them happened to be the father of those 2 children. So they kept testing because she was like, I think it was this guy. Yeah, I think it was this guy I danced with. I think it was this guy.
Women are actually very, very adventurous.
Yeah, nice guys, none. And eventually,
You know, some people feel like you have one life and you should live it. So of course they live it.
Eventually, what happened in that case? What happened? Eventually, one of the DNA happened to be for one man. So they couldn't find the DNA.
He wants to fill the hole.
I give my master. The woman went to club one night stand.
But people really need to understand that there are people that feel certain type of way, that they don't like things that we will see as normal. They like those things that you call abnormal. For example, there are these kind of people that, for them, in order for them to feel, we have to code our words on YouTube, but in order for them to feel like
Please
climax
answer neighbors
of stuff,
She said
they need
5
to
kids
get,
without her husband. Is she Nigerian?
Yes,
No,
it's Nigerian.
yeah,
Ah.
Is she
It's
Nigerian?
a Nigerian story.
yes, it is.
Hello, Njuma Priska. You are welcome. Thanks for joining us.
What are you
You know, they
surprised?
have
The
our
same,
fellow
this
Nigerian.
same
We
thing
don't
happened
pass
to
our
this radio guy. The
Oh,
radio
you?
guy, no,
The
it's
radio
Nigeria. Even the
guy
radio
is
guy in
now
Nigeria.
your
This thing happened to
is
Nedu
now your
Wazobia.
king.
Sorry?
Nedu
Yeah,
Wazobia is the same thing.
Prince Charles
Naija
will be
too.
king. And this will be the first time they're having king in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, this woman really lived long.
Yeah, this one reigned for too long. Yeah.
Oh, you no, I beg, not talk the way British people confess for you.
No, not for too long though. It reigned for long.
That woman saying live 200 years or 600 years, then it never do them for a year. Oh. What
I tell you.
they still they wait for war we go break out, because now they are looking. Say the person go collect that throne. Now this one will be say they don't like the wife we marry. As a matter of fact, everybody where they here don't like the wife we marry. So another one.
That's Harry's father now, Abi. Now Harry's father they collect throne.
Yes, Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Yes. Now him, but say the wife we marry, they don't like him. She gets.
But
So,
but
that, she is, but they don't like the woman at all. In fact, even citizens themselves don't like the woman. You understand? So what they tell that be say they fit talk say that the younger one go take over, and that one a wahala, because that one say maybe the elder one don't they wait for this throne tete. As a matter of fact, don't they wait for a tete. So
but they don't people keep him now just because they don't like his wife now.
This is a decision of people. You get. Number one, we say the matter, the matter go hard. According to people now, this one way pass out now, the matter go hard.
From a guy. He said,
"Okay,
it is a terrible experience that anyone we wish to give, we wish to go via. The woman is a beast. 20 years, God. May God heal the man's heart. Who knows whether the man can still function again? You see? So people are just saying it's the person that the first from the man.
Well, before everybody starts feeling sorry for the man, what if the man knew he could not have kids and he didn't tell the woman? And then the woman acted smart.
Thank you.
You have to look at it from both sides.
And the woman decided to act smart too.
Yes. And she closed her mouth and pretended like it was their kid, since he didn't say a thing. And she wanted lots of kids, like Choma said, that 5 kids is too much.
Some secrets can be too heavy to just keep all to yourself. Like, it can be heavy. For how long?
When the other person is not coming
can be heavy, but she's not ready to tell the man. She can tell friends out there, people that she trusts very well, but she can never tell the man. Because the man is the last guy.
You need to tell friends. Which friends are you telling that type of thing? They both of you quarrel. You not go and tell your husband.
I'm giving guy number. Let me advise him to buy koboko and handcuffs for the woman. 10 lashes, she will stop dreaming.
People do, but they even have like clubs. You people do your research, do your research. Things are happening, They have clubs where they do stuffs like that. People even build this stuff they call dungeon. When you hear dungeon, what do you think those things are? This Sido massacre and all those things that have name. Google it,
But ML,
okay, they have a special room with cups. They have the whip. They have the whip that they flog you like
married. You have to compromise now. Like,
married people, my dear, go America. Then they make millions of dollars from that business. What are you saying? I'm telling you what is happening. They build these places. Married couples that feel like it's boring, they want to spice it up. They go there. Either you register to join the club, or you pay money. You go in. They will beat you mercilessly. They have different instruments. They do it like almost like RAPE. That's how they do it. Not with your permission. That's how they do it. Very violent and everything. But people like it. That's how they feel.
I've seen some that pays for a man or a woman to come and spice it up for their home. they put
Exactly.
body.
Exactly. What about what about those men that do that? Men do that. They get you to come in and they watch.
Pay you to come and have fun with the wife.
Service the wife.
They do it.
And some
They
wife
watch.
to pay for you to service the husband.
They watch, yeah. They watch.
Exactly. Yes, the watchers. So a lot of things, people spice this whole thing up in a different way. You may think as a normal person that is strange, but a lot of people do this, and when they tell you they spice, that's why you hear people saying
between you and your husband, you know what you want. It's not bad.
And why do you think most of all these people that you say, a lot of the influencers and this one and that one, this one tell you I'm this, I'm that. How do you think they make their money? That's their job. Their job is to know these people. As far as you have the money, you pay. They come to your house, you, the husband, you sit down in the chair. They take care of your wife. They help you to service your wife. Or sometimes the wife, they give it as a birthday present to the husband. They get somebody to come and service the husband and they watch. And that is the most beautiful part for them as people. So different people kind of, go for different things.
So, Mel, now I want to ask you now. Are you saying that these people, after they got married, were fine? All of a sudden, the woman came with her weird sexual fantasy.
But you're getting older, you're getting more mature. We don't know what age they got married. So you're getting older, you might be wanting to try so many other things, just like you might want to go on vacation. You have like this spot or this type of some countries. Maybe you want to go to the Bahamas. You want to go to
crazy, no?
Exactly. So people have different
like the handcuff part. The handcuff part, like
yes.
People use handcuffs.
It's part of the spicing it now. That is called spicing it.
Handcuff.
That's the spice now. Yes.
Yes. Is it with pepper onions?
Yeah, with Maggie. You have to put everything inside.
That kind of spice there. Enter. How can you giving me pain on top enjoyment?
Nikki, that one is not even up to
I feel those
up to the main one that some people are doing. Now, this one she's telling you just get what about the ones that they hang them as if they're crucifying, like, exactly. Or like they just hang them up there. And they get the wigs and everything. Well, that's because we've already defined what normal is. Like, so some people feel like missionary style is boring. Some other people will tell you, what about those women that will tell you they don't want it in the normal place where kids come out?
Spice it up says, host, please give me the guy number.
Yeah, she said Akona. I don't even think this is an Akona thing. It's just a fantasy. Really, if you ask me, because a lot of people have this type of fantasy. I think it's a lie.
Mel.
That's why people don't talk about their fantasies, right? People fantasize about this, but they don't say.
You buy handcuff and cocoa for the woman.
No, seriously.
People do this. Okay. Let me also tell you this one that happened in the US. What about the bachelorette? Is that what they call that party?
What
the bachelorette party that the lady was, according to her friends, that she was saying that when she get married, she want this elaborate bachelorette party, bachelorette, I think, party where you go with your friends before you get married. That party that the men do their own, the women do their own. She was like, she wanted, so her friends knew before they ever, got married or were in serious relationship. These are things that a lot of women discuss, right? So when it was time for her to get married, her friends organized massive, and then they got these these guys that go to gym with 6-pack, big shoulder, big everything, big bowler, and they threw the party for them. And then the team, for their dressing, the women, they had to dress with skimpy, this Victoria's Secret kind of wears. Do you know what that lady ended up doing? She ended up sleeping with one of the male performer that they brought. So it's a fantasy. If it's something she's been thinking about, that she would like that elaborate party with this type of male strippers and everything. And if you see these male strippers, they train very well. They spend a lot of money on themselves. They look good. Like everywhere is full. You can see when they perform. If you've even watched this Vivica A. Fox show, then you might have a little bit of clue, because Vivica A. Fox has a show like that where she has these guys that perform, and she ended up sleeping with the the male stripper in that party, somebody that was getting married, getting ready to get married. So a lot of people have different fantasies, and over time they just play it out and let it happen. You understand?
Our
Okay,
relationship
oh,
therapist
it
has
is
said it
yes,
all.
yes.
She says
That
there
will
are
look that will look
101
balloon.
styles in the bedroom.
So spice it to be saying 101 stars. Do I listen? Let me hear.
What you want use them do?
Ah,
You know, we'll go rest.
let me ask you what I know.
Spice, did you say 101 styles?
As
Hey.
the 101,
Yeah.
you have eh, cockroach style, tortoise
Okay. Oh, we are going to get there.
Wow.
Yeah, oh, you know, again, you are going
We'll
to get
get
to me.
there. We'll get to 101. Maybe by the time I get to 101 years old, I would have tried
as
101 styles.
Well,
Yes.
Honestly, ladies, this topic is a very serious one because no matter how we talk about it, things like this will still happen in the future. It will still happen
it's a
tomorrow. It might still
trap.
happen this night. A woman might sneak out and then go and do with somebody else. There is this adage in Igbo, I don't know how they say it anymore. There is only a woman that can tell you the father of the child. It's
Yes.
only a woman that
But you
knows
know,
That
it.
is a
sometimes they
totally true.
can't even tell. Oh.
That's
Sometimes they can't tell because by the time you have with this one now, have the with the other one tomorrow, you don't even know when you go enter. You go come confused. Hey, was it my ovulation day? Was it with Emeka? Or with Chuma? Hey, can I still remember? When I don't know.
Nikki, you don't spoil finish.
but but
Yes,
but if they do and raw, that place na gutter.
why
but
not do
but
a
for
wrong?
real,
What is
it's
that?
true
If
now.
I do a wrong,
Like
what
this
is
story
that?
of
God
a woman
level.
having the two had two different father. Eh? You get mind, they do one with two person the same day. You can't carry belle, you be twin, and two of them had two different
Yeah,
fathers.
now, how she want to know who be
She
the
is
papa of the
older
pikin
girl
that very day?
ah,
How she want to know the papa of the pikin? When we say that,
just
that very
let's
day,
keep
the pikin
playing.
enter the same time.
Just I don't know how it even happened. Twin having different father. Like
So my question, ladies, my question. Let's look at this from a different perspective. If you were to be in-law to this woman, let's assume nothing was wrong with your brother, and if you happen to be the sister to that brother, how will we react? Let's look at it from that angle. Let's say the
And if
man is fat.
nothing is wrong with my
and that
brother.
brother of mine is now 57 years. I will start by trying to console my brother. He shouldn't even die of heart attack before we seek for solution because it's too much. If he was fertile, you understand, and he's out, or he's not fertile and he's not aware. Like I don't even know how they got to that stage. Was he aware or was he not aware? He might not be aware. Oh,
The thing is, what can you do? I don't think you'll be able to do anything because you have to
I
remember
just
that this
told
is
him to make sure he
marriage.
doesn't die of heart attack because it's
Exactly. Oh, that's all you can do. Console your brother because what can you do? Your brother is your brother. Your brother and his wife, according to the Bible, they are one. Okay, you and your brother is two.
how
So
are they
all
one
you
when
can do is
she now she added five to it, and how are we sure that those
well,
kids are not five
they are still
kids?
husband and wife, right? You understand that even if there's a third party, but they are still husband and wife. So even if you tell him, let her go, what if he's so much in love with this woman?
Hmm.
He will not let her go.
In
So
the
you
first
can
place,
only console your brother and tell him to move on, marry someone else and start having kids if he is healthy. That's
at
what I think.
57, at 57.
But a man can have kids at any age now.
Oh,
I
man
know,
can,
I know. As in, that feeling of starting all over again, like it's not really
In
good
what
for
kind
fact,
you.
of man is starting? Now you born the other ones where they there. Which one is starting all over again? You're starting afresh. Which one is starting all over again? If you're starting from the beginning, the ones where we say they get, not be your own, not be you get them. You understand? So it's more like you now starting, like you now having your own. If at all you're healthy, if at all everything is fine with you, you understand? The main thing, 57 years old, all you pray for is God to keep you alive. If your child is 10 years later, you are 67. You see the child, you still interact with the child and talk with the child. If it's a boy, you know how to still tell him things, you know. So now to born the picking, go be the main thing.
But that the woman was just if the man is fertile and that means the woman was just promiscuous, like going out all the time or still having something to do with her ex, and every opportunity of her getting pregnant, the guy impregnates her, and the man is fertile. Seriously.
So what will you do,
If
Constant?
I'm to be the in-law, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult situation. But the truth is that if at all my brother is healthy, my brother can impregnate a woman. I'll have to ask a question though, because 20 years is not just 20 days or 20 weeks. It's a very long time. You get. So I need to ask, waiting happen. What really happened? Is it that you guys don't have enough of it, or you don't do it at all, or what exactly happened? If whatever my brother is telling me, maybe the woman is always rejecting him when it comes to meeting in the other room, or giving a lot of complaint. I'm tired. I'm this one. I'm that one. Well, this decision now is not something you have to make for yourself. The man has to decide as well. Because if you say, okay, this woman, you're no longer going to be with my brother again, you have to pack your things and leave. Carry those kids. My brother cannot continue taking care of another man's kids. You have to go and look for their father, let their father cater for them, take care of them. Okay. So, but if the man doesn't want it that way, maybe he's going to be alone, lonely, and he has already gotten used to the kids. The kids are already calling him daddy. It's going to cause a lot of things, but at the end of the day, unless he accepts to let them go, then they have to go so that you
Yeah,
can get a
Chairman
wife
Key has
and
just said it here.
so that he can get a wife and make his own family. But if he says no, that he can't let them go, I will not have a say on that, because all I can say is that as long as you're happy, as long as you're okay with it, then fine. You understand? So 20 years is a long time, man. It's a long time for anybody to
Chairman
take that kind.
Key has just said there is nothing you can do. It's up to the couple to choose their path.
Yeah, as an outsider, the only thing you can do is not really an outsider, as a sister or
It's
a
true.
relation.
Yeah.
You can
You're
only
not
give
supposed
advice.
to contribute on it because
You can only give advice. You can only ask.
You
You
yeah,
can
you
ask.
can just give advice.
Yeah, ask question.
if they
What do you
want,
want?
if they
I know. In
want,
this
in
kind of
such a
question
situation, you
now,
just look at them to know if they want advice, if they really want.
in this kind of
What,
question,
Tonya, what do you mean by the one advice when your brother is already going
Yes, because you
crazy?
don't even know what is
no,
in the mind
not
of the
even
man.
advice.
The
When
man
you
might,
ask
might
them
want
this
to keep
kind
the
of
child at the
question,
end of the day, finding out that he's an impotent person. He may want to keep the children.
no, what?
Yeah.
No, you're asking if the man is okay. All
It's
right, this
okay, yeah.
is not important.
What
Yeah,
Be
do
man
very
you
is,
okay.
do as a
So
sister?
what would
oh,
you
so
do?
now
Yes.
wait. The man is okay, he's performing well. Everything is
Yes,
fine.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
So what will you do? No, my
This
question is
is
what will
a
you do? What advice will you
Yeah,
give your
what will you?
sister?
Yeah, yeah. Because in this case, Sir, it's not even, you don't go straight to the point in giving advice. First of all, you have to ask the man. So, what do you want to do now? I know the answer
No,
definitely will
if
be,
it's me,
I am
I'm a
totally.
kwachala no kunka galalon.
You
I'm a
understand?
kwachala.
The answer
But
must be,
as
I am
a real
confused now.
African woman and as Igbo woman, we let's just tell ourselves the truth. If the man was okay, both the mom or
That's
the
what I'm
sisters, they will
asking. All
push
this
her
while we are
out,
speaking
beat her.
English.
Like,
What will you do?
eh?
Constance,
I will
help
still
me.
I
If the
do
man
Help
is
if
me
okay, I
help
will
you.
throw her out. I will
Constance,
throw
what
her
do you
out.
mean?
the
Constance,
man
what
is
can you
okay.
do? You cannot do
no.
anything.
It's
Your
going
mother
to say
can.
Keep the
it's either
children.
Igbo man
Even
or
if
Igbo
no,
woman.
even if
No,
we're looking at it as an Igbo woman, as an African woman, you cannot do anything as a sister of
you
the man.
can't. You have
You
to
want to
still
beat
ask.
her? What if the woman is stronger than you? You go to beat her, she
No,
beats you.
no,
Your
no.
mother
And
can do
Mel,
something. Not
You
Mel,
see,
can I
I
say something?
said
Can I say something? Mel, you
Yeah.
remember when you were talking about the Omoadas? This is where the Omoada
yes.
will come up. So the
Ah,
thing is going to be, they
the
will tell
woman,
you,
if the man is okay, the woman was
mhm,
actually very nice to the man, and she will not go unpunished.
yes, that is just the tradition must be performed. The right must be performed. Is either they were living in the city and they have these children, they will say, okay, because our brother paid bride price on you, and every child that gotten through the marriage is considered the man's own. So the children belong to us. But the thing is that We are now going to get a new
That
wife.
is one thing I like about that tradition. I love the
We are
fact that
gonna get a
the
new wife,
children will be yours.
a
I
new
love
wife
it.
for our brother. And that new wife will now go and live with the woman and live with our brother. You have become a second wife, because the man, definitely, we all know the man might not trust the woman again, especially if the man is
Oh.
competent. Will never trust the woman again. But those children, the Igbo people will not even throw the child away. They were into marriage when those children come. All of them, now my brother children. You understand? They will
It's
carry
true.
their children. So the
It's
woman
true.
has an option, whatever. And then at this point, do like Spicy said, the woman will be stigmatized. At this
So
point,
women
the
will take
woman
their
has lost
children.
every
So
right.
women will take their children by fire by
She has
force.
lost every right, lost every power, even lost say. She doesn't have any say again in the community. So because of the atrocity she committed, she doesn't have any say. They are going to do, if they were still doing the traditions, they are going to do the cleansing and all of those, and tell their brother, if you want to marry a fresh wife, we are going with you the next day. Okay, settle.
Exactly
The
why
children
I
belong
said,
to the
as a
family.
woman, you are taking such step. Why not think it twice? Because some secret to me can be too heavy to hold on
Yeah.
to for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
Because
most
we
of the
should think
time,
about the consequences.
you should think
What will
about the
happen
children
when
also,
this
the trauma
man
they are
finds
going
out?
through,
Like,
because this
how
thing
are
is
you
going
going
to
to
shock
feel?
them.
How is he going
It's
to
really
feel?
going to shock them
How is
if
he
they
going
are
to
grown.
like? You should think it through in so many areas, and then get to a conclusion.
The
Okay,
trauma is
I
not
can't do
going
this.
to
I'll
be
do
here,
this.
because knowing that it's not their dad, that's their real dad. Everybody will be like, are we born with the same dad? What really happened? The man will even be thinking, did my wife happens to have several men, or just one person that stays one side and be engineering my home? Example. This
I
is
like the way you said it, Tonya. You said
yes,
engineering
ma'am.
my home.
Hannah.
Hmm.
See, what they are going to do in this case,
That
we
is
might be
serious
talking.
construction, okay?
The woman have a lot of questions to answer, because this
Yes.
man will be not a lot of things in his brain now. He has the woman have a lot to answer. Is it one person? Is it different people? Did you even know them?
Yeah. They are gonna do a DNA test to determine if the father of the children are the same man. And if that happens to be the case, the man should be happier. At least you
Yes,
know
he
it's
will
the
be
Exactly.
same.
happier. At the same time, it's a
Exactly.
threat to him.
But if
On
there are
your
No,
different
it's
it's a
a
types
no,
of
threat to
it's
him.
a
women,
threat.
sha.
It's
A
a
big
threat to
threat.
him. It depends
Because
on
this
who the
person knows
man
what he's
is.
doing.
If
And
the
he
man
kept
has
quiet
his
for
own
20
home,
good years.
no, Sonia, see, check this out. Let's assume the man is also married and has his own children. It is not a threat anymore. He will be begging that couple, please don't let my own wife know. Let's keep it on a down low. You understand? Don't let them know,
That is
please.
if it's somebody that has a conscience. Some
No,
of them
no,
are
no, forget
lunatics.
though. When it comes to that, that man will not want to break his own home. Trust me. He want to secure his own and his children, because the other one is already broken. So he's going to plead with the guy.
So
The
some will even pack the children from the man.
pack? No, no, no. That means that man packing the children has no respect for the wife at home. Because if you have a respect for your wife at home that you live with for 20 years, that
Do you
gave
know
you
if he
children,
has? If he can do that for 20 years, do you know if he has?
he should. What do
Anyway,
you
guys,
mean?
I think this issue we're pan for back, sha.
He does.
It's not an easy one. You understand? Like, at the end of the day, let's just think about the man, about the woman, about the kids too. You know, we have been talking since we're not even talking about how the kids will feel, because 20 years of marriage means the kids are 18, 16, 14, like they are not babies anymore. You understand? So what's their involvement in the issue? Like, finding out that their dad, like, do they have question for their mom? Like, what will be going on their head right now? I don't know, but this issue, it big. 20 years is not 2 years. It's just too much to
It's
handle.
not 2 years, it's not more.
Anyway, God will see them through. So my
But of
co-host, you
course,
guys,
they will have their questions, but at the end of the day, what can they do? The highest thing is
nothing.
to demand that their mother show them the other man,
Yeah.
and they might
Because
go do DNA test.
if the man is
Lucky
taking
for
care
her,
of them,
trust one man
No,
if
I
it's
mean
different men
the
that
man
you
outside, the one outside, to find out who he is, so at least
smell?
they will know him.
What
But I
if
don't
this
think they
is a
will
man
ever
outside?
accept him like the man that they have in the house. If the
Exactly.
children are
What
that
if
grown,
it's the man outside or the men outside?
it will even be worse. It will be worse
If
if the kids will find out
Yeah.
that all of them they are from different fathers.
yeah, they
Ah,
would never. They wouldn't want to have
Then
anything
they
to do
need
with
to
their
go for
mother.
this thing counseling, because it's going to be so terrible.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
gonna destroy them. They will not have
Yeah,
faith in women. They will not trust their
no
mother.
respect
They
for
will
their
even
mom. Yeah,
Ah,
stick with the father they supposedly
more
had than their own mother.
exactly. Very true.
So this is an
well,
opportunity for women to know. In a away match, whatever you're
yeah.
doing in the
Learn from
hidden,
people's stories before
yeah,
making
in
such
one day to come out to the
mistakes.
open. So we should be
Yeah.
careful. If you said you're married, be committed in that marriage. Put in your best in the
If you
marriage.
are
If your
done or if
husband has a
something is not
medical
going well
problem,
with you,
see to it.
But something else we need to consider: what made that man to go for DNA test after 20 years? Like,
the
what
child could be
did?
sick.
See, Mel, I've thought about this thing. I thought about what could that be? Or could it be that he's not upset, or he was just frustrated, or he was drunk when he was talking? Because for a man, DNA for 20 years. Okay, let me give examples what could make the man go for DNA first. Let's say you came to your house, your kids are sick, you went to the hospital, they were looking for blood, they were doing blood matches, blood samples, and it happens that you're not matched and nobody in the house could match each other. You understand? Let's say the other siblings can't even match one of the siblings. It will raise an eyebrow. What's going on here? If these kids are both from us, at least one of these children will be able to donate blood to their brother or to their sister. That would be another red flag. You understand? So if Toria is laughing, laughing.
Or maybe they had an
Only the
argument.
only the mother,
Man
only the mother can donate.
Oyoyo, what
And
if they
this
had
man
an
will be
argument
very
and the
inquisitive.
woman insulted
He will want
you
to know that
again?
if all
Can you
these
call
children is
yourself a
his,
man? If men are
he will be
standing,
very
you come and
inquisitive.
stand. Yes, what should happen, right?
Yeah, yeah. Such thing could happen. Maybe some women, some women can be funny. Maybe
But
she's
I'm really thought of what will happen to the kids. The trauma is not going to be healed. Because it's not fair. I'm just looking at my mom and my dad, and everything is just not right.
yeah, that's the thing. We can look at it from every
So who
angle.
am I? Who am I? Can this woman say the truth for once?
If the way I'm looking at it, this could actually play out to be that those children belong to different men. It could
It's
be because
possible. It's
the
very
ones
possible.
I know that could belong to one man
That is
is
what
when the
no.
husband is involved.
But
It's very
Oyoyo,
possible.
that will now bring us back to what we were talking about. If you know that you're a woman or a man and your sex drive or whatever is high up there, please do not marry a partner that wants it
Nah,
once in a week or once in
If
nah,
every
you
2 weeks.
talk about not marry a
nah,
partner,
be
what if you
careful.
marry one that will
If
say,
they
I will not
are
touch you,
high up there,
don't
until
touch me, don't do until they say I do. Don't do until they say I do. They will not touch you until that wedding night, until
But can't
everything is
be
completed.
discussed? Like, can't these
yeah,
things be
because
discussed?
they are trying to keep the rules of God.
How
Discuss
much?
when you
How,
cannot do. When you cannot do, and then you discuss, what are you discussing? You want them to see you as
Keep
a
themselves.
pretender?
But
Eh?
all this
You
time
want
you've
them to
been
see you as
gallivanting
bad
up and
girl?
down like Ozu Aquara Aqua, like spirit that doesn't know the road to their house. When
They
you
see
want
you
to
as
get
bad
married
girl.
and you
Oh.
start pretending to be a Mrs. Church, that is when everything goes wrong because you did not test.
Okay, we can say all we want to say, but we know the truth already. It's not easy for a young girl. You understand? A young girl that haven't really experienced men come out to tell you, hey, honey, be okay, or fear, whatever they call it. Okay, how well are you? I'm hot and spicy. No, they can't because of the culture, the society. It takes a bold woman, a mature adult to tell you, you know what, I like it well in the other room. Then if the man is mature too and open to communication like that, he's gonna ask you, wow. I remember when I had a conversation with my husband when I was when we first got married. he was like that. He said that this is the first time he didn't know that African women can be this bold to talk about things like that. I say, oh, which generation are you coming from? I said, things has changed, you okay? He said, no, that this is his first time of dealing with African woman, or rather a Nigerian woman, that he used to see them as people that are shy while they know what they want to do, but they pretend. So it takes an adult mind to look a man into the face and say, Oga, I dey enjoy and well for the other room. So make me, how good are you? You understand? Because it will put a man off.
But after such discussion, I'm sure they are going to go for an experiment, because a woman that has such boldness to say it will not be a woman that will say, let's wait till our wedding night. Right?
Wait till wedding night.
But it depends now. It depends. It depends. Like some of these things, you just need to talk about them. It's not something that you need to hold back and say, let me not talk about it. Or if I talk about it, you go. What if the person is not in your immediate environment when you people are having this conversation? So you just talk about it, but you people will still not meet to test it out.
The thing is just knowing what you want, discussing it before going to it, so that in the future you will not have problems. You understand? Going for what you want. Let me give an example. When I met my husband, like this first guys you just meet, you just send your pictures. Do you know what my husband said he did? He said he has to use the mouse and zoom to my breast to make sure I have boobs, so that the children will not have enough milk. You understand?
Exactly.
But big boost doesn't mean milk. Big boost.
No,
but it means enjoyment. Do you think he was talking about his children? Oyoyo, do you think that he was concerned about the milk his children would drink? He can buy milk from the shop. He's talking about his own milk that he would drink.
Make sure that the food is complete. Make it not be safe finish.
Because like, were you thinking it was for your children he was talking about? It wasn't for you.
And you also have to remember that, just as Oyoyo said, that a lot of our women don't discuss it. A lot of our women don't even enjoy what is being done to them, but they don't say it.
They don't,
because some men don't know how to do it.
It's so bad. I say
just think that it's all about going in the motion, and that's it. They don't care how your body is.
It's not like it. Some of them, they will fake orgasm. Orgasm. They will fake it.
The organization.
They're faking the organization. Why would they be faking it? So what's happened?
Because they cannot speak. Now, Nikki, if you cannot talk about something, why won't you fake it? If it's something that you cannot be open to discuss, you just fake it so the person will feel like, okay.
It's not nice at all.
But it boils down to the culture and everything.
Don't.
But ladies, what are you going to say? What are you going to say if it's maybe a brother of yours? What will you contribute to this? Because actually, I've not heard from any of you what you will think for your brother to do. Your brother is potent, not impotent, and the wife happens to have such children outside. Let me just hear your contribution. What do you want to say on this?
No, Tony, can you repeat that, please?
There shouldn't be any long story on
that's the question that Oyoyo asked now, and that's why we were saying that there's nothing you could do about it as a sister, and that's where Oyoyo was saying that the
Oyoyo was saying the man is okay, but she's saying if the man is not okay, the man is not okay. There's no long story now. Oga keep the picking them.
No, in both ways, you still keep the Pekino. That's my opinion.
No, in both ways, I think I will keep the children.
Really? If it's okay, I think you should let them go. Except they want to stay.
Decade of 20 years. 20 years is not just here.
But if they want to stay now, if they want to stay, let them go. You have to just start over. Start afresh. Get a new wife.
Tonya was saying something. The woman is hello. The woman can be called any kinds of name, you understand? But the thing is, let's assume the man was impotent, could not make babies, and the woman wanted babies, and the man was the kind of
that is a
situation.
different case altogether. Where I'm getting all wrong to her is she would have discussed it with the husband before paying
Maybe
it.
what if she has been discussing it with
And
the
Oyo
husband?
said, what if she's the kind of person that cannot even say a word to the man because the man is authoritative? So those are
Yeah,
the
there
things
are
we
so
need.
many
Yeah, she would
scenarios
have
to this.
considered that. She would have considered that before sleeping out. She would have
Consider what?
considered
Okay, what
that.
if, okay, considering it means she will not even conceive at all at all. Maybe she just say like that, marry.
I will just go my house, JJ. I'll be a blue map,
Oh, it's still the same thing. Maybe she doesn't. She, what if her parents are the type that will not even allow her to cross her legs to the house? If you
The
come back
man
here,
will,
we'll finish
the
you up. You
man will
remain
always
married.
find out. The man will always find out. No, I will look for relatives to talk to him. We have to know what to do. I would look for people, one or two people, elderly people, to put mouth in this. People that
You
he
know,
respects.
Tony, I'm still trying to understand where your argument is going for. Your
Yeah.
argument is it for a man that is impotent, that cannot produce, and the
If
wife
a
went
man,
outside to
okay,
have
let me
children?
tell you, if a man, because it's Nikki that is telling me now, the man, if the man is impotent, if the man is impotent, you just keep the children. And when the man is a authoritative man, why the woman cannot consult the man before going outside, just like Nikki was telling me. If you cannot tell me before going outside, maybe an authoritative person, I would have preferred that you get some people that I listen to talk to me, the elderly people that you know that I respect so much. They can bring in and they can
Okay,
listen
Nick,
to me.
Tonya, let me give you. I've said something about a woman that was married for over 18 years, and the husband knew very well that he couldn't make babies and was waiting for the woman to get to menopause, right? Not menopause, to pass 40, at the age that it becomes difficult. What if that happens to be the situation with this woman, that she has tried all things, all means to like get the husband, let's do this together, and the man was not interested, and then she now said, what man all here, then stepped outside and have those children. What if that's their situation? But in any way we look at it, this is it. In any way we look at it, from my own opinion, whether the man was potent or the man he was impotent, if there is a marriage, and especially I'm still saying it, if they are Igbos, right? Those children belongs to the family, whether
Yes,
they are DNA or no
or
DNA.
not.
They belongs to the family, whether the man is capable or not capable. They belongs to the family. But what happens to the woman is what I
They
cannot
are
get.
going to throw her away. It's just obvious.
They are going to throw her away. But remember, if they are going to throw her away and the man and the woman, let's assume the woman is a
The
little bit
woman decides to
enlightened
take
and
the
she has
children.
money, she can go to court and take all her
Take
5
the
children
children because
and leave the man
DNA
without any.
is just not the man's own. Yeah.
Yeah. So it all depends.
This is
So the
it's
It's just
just
family in
that
this
fragile.
case,
See,
Oyoyo,
this
she
situation
can
is
go
just
to the court
fragile.
only if the children even agrees to go with her.
yes, if the children agree, let's assume, I want to believe that is one man that gave birth to all those children. Let's say that the woman is a decent human being. So one man gave birth to all those children. And
We can't
then,
use the word defect for this woman. No, seriously. Let's not use defect.
And she
what's
has been
personal?
allowing
You
the
people
kids to
make
have
it of that.
communication.
Yes, I smile.
If she has been allowing the kids to have
Constance, I
communication with
disagree. Oh, I disagree. You can use decent in some instance, okay?
Because
If
we
he
have
was
not
not
even
okay
heard
and he
from this
kept it a
woman.
secret,
We have not heard from this woman. We don't even
you
know
can
her.
fault her if that was
I'm
the
not
case.
faulting her. I'm not faulting her. I'm saying if this was a situation between her and the husband and they both agreed, and let's say just a man is the father of the children, as soon as it's an agreement. But since the man now is sounding like, oh, I just found out that my wife and children are not men, I'm just saying my own opinion that I can't use this for the woman.
Okay,
You
yeah,
understand?
Constant, you're so right. You're so right. But the thing here, my scenario was, let's assume is one man that gave birth to all these children. You understand? Let's assume is one man. We should understand the thing. If the man happens to have any medical problem, because you can't tell me you live with somebody for 20 years, not even one goal was scored. So that means there is something medically wrong with the
Yeah,
man.
something is wrong
Because if
somewhere.
the man was okay, at least out of the 5 children, one would have belonged to him. You
But
understand?
Oh, yo, do you know that it could still be possible? Like, let's give 10% possibility that the man might even be okay. But it just happened that whenever that the man was always sleeping outside.
Okay, let's
Maybe
assume that the
maybe a
woman is
Eventually,
always
traveler, maybe a
it happens
okay.
traveler.
when she's ovulating.
Constance, let me go with your analysis. Let's assume that the woman is always sleeping outside and the man was 100% okay, right? And then all the time the woman sneaks out, going to the market, she'll go and see her baba and all of that. Let's put that woman to be that kind of a fellow. Then you have the first child. How many times did you go to the hospital, Constance, with your first child? Maybe he's sick, he's that. How about resemblance? How about behavior? The children will be growing. Nobody's behaving like the man. Nobody looks like the man.
And
Nobody.
then
No,
it's hard though. It's hard.
I'm
Like,
giving you examples.
because
You understand?
because
Then
I see babies when you give it to them, they start resembling the mom, and even when they are not, they start resembling the father.
yeah, you can say they start. But how about mannerism? How about behavior? How
You
about
can tell.
when they are sick? You
Some
understand?
children might be behaving like who gave it to you. Like some children can have a different behavior from the dad and the mom.
They can
Like,
have they can have behavior. Let me give you an example. Yesterday night, my daughter came to give me a good night kiss before she goes to bed. So I was trying to hold her here. The moment I touched her here, do you know what I said? I said, "This my veins." I'm touching her skin, oh, but this girl resemble me to the point that the kind of veins on my finger here, these veins that shows, is on my daughter. You understand? Everything, the ones here, the same vein. So whenever I feel her skin, I say, "Chai, I've never seen somebody copy, appearance or a DNA like you did with me." Is it the forehead? Let's assume the man and the woman, they both have forehead and they are giving children to children with hair coming up to this point. When I'm
exactly
not
the
going to ask
problem.
people, where they
Since we
come
didn't see
carry
the
all these
children, we
things?
can't really tell what it is,
No,
Sha.
Constance, you can. You can tell. You can tell the mannerism of your children. You can see that in your
And
character in your
babies,
children.
we can't really tell
But no,
what they
no,
can
how we go born, no, no, how we go born pikin, make pikin no can resemble as in there must be a resemblance. So
Something.
that must be.
There
and
must be
that's why we are
something.
saying that something must have triggered the man in going for DNA
It
test
is
and finding
either
out what
somebody,
is
is
wrong.
either one of them fell ill and maybe the man was sick. You understand? Or maybe the man has kidney problem and they went to hospital to see if anyone can donate for the man. They say no, nobody match you or go with your children. It could be anything.
Exactly.
It could
Exactly.
be anything. I've looked at it.
Yeah.
That is, I believe, why the man is talking medically. Something has happened. You understand? There are some
Yeah.
children that you born, they go to hospital. Some will even demand blood transfusion and all of that. So
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
assume none of those happened to those children in that 20 years with the man. But maybe now the man is the one seeking for help and all of that, going to the hospital. They are running the blood sample. Maybe they were to donate blood and none matches his own. Of course, you ask question. But in every ramification, if that man has lived with those children for 20 years, I believe it's time for him to like still embrace them. These kids did not ask to be brought into this world. If there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Exactly.
anybody to punish here, is their mother. But whereby
yeah.
the man has his own problem medically and then covered it up for many years, against the wife, I don't think the woman should take the blame alone. That's just
Exactly.
the way I look at it.
Thank you so much, Oyoyo, for your contribution. I think we are almost rounding up. Our audience, thank you so much for your time being with us and for your opinions and contribution towards these complicated topics. So I'll leave Mel is not here. Nikki, do you have anything to say to our audience before we end the live stream? Like any advice?
Well, um, I don't really have any much things to say. The only thing I can say is in every relationship, in every marriage, communication matters a lot. If the room is given, at least a woman should be able to have the right to talk to the man that she's married, that married her or she's married to. Communication matters a lot. Communication save a lot of. In fact, communication can even save a life. So if there has been communication between these two people and they rapport very well, understand each other, there is no way they would have ended up like this. So all I can say is communicate with the person you get married to. Even before marriage, yes, communicate. After marriage, you're seeing any new challenges, still communicate and find solutions to things. Everything must not be panicking. Everything must not be, I don't have to do it, blah, blah, blah. Everything must not be fight. Just find solution to it. There is solution to everything. Only death that somebody does not have solution to. So um all I can say in this, to avoid this kind of problem or future problems to some of us that are listening to us here, always find out time, discuss with your man, discuss with your woman. If you have any issue, if you have any problem as a man, talk to her. Both of you go to the hospital. If the thing is not something that it can cure, then you find a solution. There are lots of solutions out there, because in this case now that this person have 5 children and the kids are being taken care of, that shows that the man is rich. He's a wealthy man, for him to be able to take care of the kids without any complaint until this season. Okay, so always be open for communication, always be open for questions, always be open for ideas. With this, I think a lot of things will be really not be an issue again for us as humans. So that's all I have to say on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for the wonderful contribution. I think you made a whole lot of sense. So, if the viewers are listening, or if you are in that kind of situation, just to get a solution that will be favorable for everybody, both for you, the man, and the kids involved. Thank you so much, Nikki. Mel, are you there? I think I'm having network problem.
Yeah, I'm here. Well,
Okay.
what I would say is, it is complicated, but if you feel like something is wrong, because somehow your instinct will tell you, no, she won't. Your, I'm talking, stop talking. If you feel like your instinct tells you that something is happening, then you should put your foot down and really go for a checkup. In a situation like this, I don't feel like both of them are not at fault, because if the child is not forthcoming, why wouldn't you want to go check yourself to see if everything is okay with the both of you? If things are not 100% okay, then you might opt for other options or adoption or whatever. So it is better that you start the discussion before it gets so bad where you have to step out and start doing things in secret. That's not necessary. Instead of that, if you see that the person doesn't want to fight, the person is not forthcoming, telling you like, I'm okay, let's do this, let's do that, then just end it, move on to the next. But let it be that you've officially ended that relationship first of all. But try
Yeah.
your best. Once you see the red light that this person is just so nonchalant about the whole issues, and you really know that you love kids, you want kids, Mama, disappear instead of stepping out. That's just what I would say.
Thank you so much, Mel. That was a very nice contribution, and I think I agree with you so much on that, because to me, I feel some secrets can be very heavy. I'm just imagining keeping such secret for a very long time. 20 years is a whole lot of time. You understand? At the end of the day, thinking about the outcome, what is going to happen if he finds out, what trauma will my children go through, and you yourself in particular, what's going to happen to you? Like, what face would you have to face the public? You understand? Because this is now is out in the open now, and people don't know about it. Like, would it be like this woman, 25 children, you have mind though? Like, let's think about consequences of our action before before doing them, or even thinking about how to go about it or doing them. So, well, you have spoken well. Thank you so much. I think Tonya is here. Oh, you still have anything to contribute towards this topic, and before we can run up?
Mel said it right. There was
Yeah.
this TikTok I watched yesterday. The person started. No, it wasn't a TikTok. It was a YouTube. I watched it this morning. That you think you can change a grown man? Okay, I will change him when I marry him and all of that. When you're noticing red flags, it is the time
No.
for you to do what? Find the exit door and leave. And so the same advice is applicable to this. If you're in a marriage and you want babies, like Mel said, and the man is not forthcoming or the woman is not forthcoming, instead of being in the marriage defiling the holy bed, I I think the best thing is everybody should find their way. That's the best thing. But in a situation whereby it has happened, it has happened. The children shouldn't be blamed. The children shouldn't be punished. If the man has it in his heart, he can still embrace those children and raise them and love them just the same way he has loved them for 20 years. But whereby he thinks his heart cannot accommodate it, because seeing them is a constant reminder of your wife's cheating, is a constant reminder of betrayal of trust, constant reminder of anything that's supposed to hold a family together. So if you don't have the heart to continue to give that love, since they're already grown, they can also go find their fathers, if he's a fathers, or find their father if he's one man that is responsible. And for the woman that did this, it was an intentional act. It wasn't a mistake by all standards. Mistakes are done once. Once it passes once, it's now normal. So this woman
Deliberate act.
normalized this act and continued to do the same thing. That is an abominable thing that she did. People should condemn it. And I stand as well to condemn it, because if that happens to be my brother and my brother can perform, and the same gene they are saying they want to retain the family name and family gene, and now it's now going to be replaced by stranger's gene. I mean, there is no place in the house for the woman. That's just the truth. There is no place for such a person. That person can poison that man and kill the person if she has kept that quiet for 20 years. That woman is heartless. That will be my final thing.
Oyoyo, thank you so much for this wonderful contribution. You and Melly have spoken. Should I say what I should have said from the beginning? Because at the end of the day, like I told you guys, even last week when we had a similar discussion of a lady, Mel say instead of you going out of your marriage, then having such a as a or such babies out of wedlock, or while you are still married, and at the end of the day your husband is not their father, like you not thinking about the future, what is going to result to. It's just better you walk away from the marriage if the man is not forthcoming, or if he's not agreeing to find a solution to the problem at hand. You understand? I told you guys, I know of a lady that did it. Like, she felt she was fertile, she felt she had no problem. But like I told you guys last time, some men have this ego, like, I'm fine, I can perform, my cucumber is big, I don't have a problem. Let's go to the hospital. You don't want to go. So the lady had to walk out. Now she has 3 kids. So the evidences are there, meaning that she was okay. So I just assume that maybe after she got married and this thing was happening, and she decided to sleep out and get pregnant, and at the end of the day she had 5 children, and they are all not the other children. Like, just even on her personally, what image has she created for herself? Now she walking out of marriage now, has 3 kids. She has her dignity with her, she has her pride with her, than she leaving the marriage and going to get pregnant outside. So when such thing happen, I advise you, make sure you think about it, think of the consequences, and take the right channel. You understand? So this is not my advice. And at the end of the day, before we get, I feel like we should know what we want and always go for it. And like Oyoyo will always say, discuss it. You understand? Know your do's and don'ts. Not maybe after marriage, you will now want him to change. He is going to change. He will not change. Rather, he will become worse. Because at the end of the day, I feel some men kind of bring out the whole of them after marriage. Like, we are not married. We are not my wife. Some of them become too commanding. Some of them become too authoritative. You understand? But if you know yourself and understand each other and know your do's and don'ts, I don't think anybody will mess up. So, but I don't know, along the line, if you guys are married and some characters start popping up, and you cannot deal with it, walk away. Even marriage itself is nothing is a do or die affair. In this life, think about yourself first, your interest first, before any other person. You understand? So this is just my own small contribution towards this big issue. I can't say maybe I will now start talking from experience. I've never had such experience, neither do I have someone close to me that has experienced it. You understand? So we are just talking generally if this were to happen to us or our brother, this could be the solution. So we are not saying that our opinions are the best. This is just our own opinion. You could have a different view or a different opinion, which is very understandable. So thank you all so much. Thank you, my co-hosts. You guys have done wonderfully well. Thank you for our cry baby that
Constance,
went to
before
school
you
and
round up, let me say this before you round up. For some, in some situations, you understand, the man and the woman might agree, especially when a man cannot be able to father a child. They
yeah,
might come to that agreement to like have children since the fault is from the man. So it's always better to discuss the problem. If the man can come up with that idea, if the woman buys into it, then they have babies. I told you guys of a relative that have 6 children. You understand, when the man cannot even father a child, and they are still there
Communication
loving each
matters
other.
a lot.
The man is buying all kinds of beautiful cars for the wife because he's into that agreement. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? The only son of a family, and then no children. He married a 60
exactly
year old
why I
girl.
said they should
So
discuss it.
people should have that communication and see what works.
Yeah.
Communication matters a lot.
All right. Thank you so much, Oyoyo, for that contribution. I think that will go a long way to those listening to us. So thank you so much, Mel, Tonya, Oyoyo, our baby that went to work and there was no work and she was so happy. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week, same time, Thursday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Should I first leave the studio or end the live first? Which
Bye.
one will I first? Okay.